Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and before we get started, let's get the shout-outs out of the way. Today's shout-out goes to Kanaka Mafafitor. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Kanaka Mafafitor was the first to say first in one of my recent videos, and thus was the shout-out, so congratulations. So what do I got for you today? This is a really interesting little quadcopter. It's kind of unique, actually. This is the WRC-122CH. Now, looking at it, you'll see, well, it looks like a lot of other drones that I've seen before, a lot of other toy drones, and in fact it does have a lot of old features. Namely, this is only a 640 by 480 pixel camera, 480p camera, but it does record to a micro SD card slot, so there is no Wi-Fi lag, but there also is no Wi-Fi or FPV video that you get with this particular quadcopter. Additionally, it's powered by a somewhat small battery, a 380 milliamp hour 3.7 volt battery. It is proprietary, by the way, if you look at it. But why would I be interested in reviewing this? Well, it also has one other feature that is unique in the world of drones. I've never seen it before, in that it has Follow Me. Okay, you'll say, well, I've seen Follow Me before. Well, not this type of Follow Me. This one uses infrared sensors. This is an infrared emitter on the transmitter. When you press into the pitch roll stick, that activates Follow Me mode, and the drone will actually, see these two sensors on the front of this drone? These will actually look for this emitter and head straight toward it. So it'll follow you wherever you go, like a puppy dog there. Now, with that in mind, if you do activate this Follow Me, make sure the altitude of the drone is above your head, because this is going to come in and zoom in on your position wherever you're at, and you don't want it impacting you. Okay, so again, make sure that it is above your head when you do activate it. But other than that, is a brush toy drone with a very unique Follow Me feature. Let's go over the controller. Make sure we discuss the controller. To start and stop video recording, you press into this and hold down this button here. To take a photo, you just do a quick press of that button. Headless mode you can activate by pressing this button here, and one key return by pressing this button here. You can turn off the lights to save power on the drone by pressing this button here, and you can increase the rates of the drone by pressing this button here. And again, these are trim buttons for pitch and roll. And finally, again, if you want to activate Follow Me, you press into this button here. So let's get it into the air and play around with this thing. It's interesting. It worked great indoors, but again, it kept running into me while I was flying it indoors. I couldn't get it high enough. But out here, we should be able to get it up high enough. So pushing it in and turning its on-off switch to on, and pointing in that direction is the headless mode direction, because one of the first things we want to try is headless mode. And binding, and to start the motors, bring the sticks down and out, and then giving a throttle to take to the air. I'm going to a higher rate because I got a little bit of drift, and countering the drift with a little bit of trim. And we are trimmed, so it's holding its position nicely. But let's go out, turn on headless mode, and try that headless mode. Pushing out sideways, back, right, and left. So headless mode is working. Going over there, and now let's try the one key return. And one key return simply flies the opposite direction the drone was pointed when you took off. So let's go back off there again, press one key return again, and here it comes back again. Now again, with one key return, if we are not on that direction and you press one key return, it's going to fly away from you or diagonally to your position. Okay, turning off headless mode, because making sure headless mode's turned off. It's turned off because I want to try. You all want to see this too. Let's take it up a bit higher and hit the Follow Me. It's looking for this. I guess you got to be close. Let's come down a little lower. And let's go out in the field a bit more too. This doesn't seem to be working very well because it's daylight. Indoors it works well. Outdoors not so much. Let's turn it again. Going upwind a bit. turning it, pressing. There, it sees it. See it? It's following it. Indoors, this works real well. Outdoors, not so much. So, let's get it up there. There, it's seeing the emitter. Let's go over in the shade and see if that helps it some. Hold on, folks. Turning off. We're going to fly it around in the shade and see if that can help it. By the way, I'm not recording video. Okay, let's go over in the shady area here. And try it. Ah, there we go, it sees me. Look at that. It's cool. Try it again. Bring it down lower. Yeah, again, you really need to be indoors for this to work well, because outdoors, not so much. Okay, with that in mind, let's lay it in a second. Reason being, I want to restart it again and make sure I'm getting video recording, because I want you to see this camera in operation. And let's press the video camera button. Lights off. If I press it, red light is on, so it is recording. So we'll take to the air again one more time, starting the throttle, just so you can see the camera. I want to go to a higher rate too. Now the camera on this, again, is just a 640 by 480 camera, and its point is slightly nose down, so you know, the image quality is not going to be the best. But how do you like my shirt today, folks? I think it's pointed at me because it's about 10 degrees down. But let's go back over in the main field again, and we'll see how the flyability of this thing is. Going to the highest rate, third rate. Okay, there's his funnels in high rate. Do we do a flip yet? Do we got power to do a flip? Oh, there was a flip. Let's go a bit higher to do these flips. There. So it doesn't like flips. It might perform better if you take off those prop guards to do flips. But as a flyer, it's okay. Again, that Follow Me did work very well indoors. But outdoors, it's not going to work well, especially in sunlight. So going on. Now the range on this isn't very good either. Let me go to a lower rate. That's too high of a rate. Second rate. Let's go upwind. And the reason being I'm going upwind, I want to see what it does when it goes out of range and it descends to landing. And again, the range on this is rather short. Only about 40 meters, folks. 20, 30 meters, 40 meters. Well, right there, I'm going out of range. You know, that was only 10 meters away. And again, it descends to landing when it goes out of range, and then once you get back into range, it automatically regains it. Let's do that again. I'm going up and out, upwind though. Oh, and there we go. That's its range right there. 10 meters. I got range. It came back into range, and there we go again. So, very short range on this. But, you know, if you're indoors at maybe an auditorium, okay, lights are blinking, so it's getting low here. I'm going to stop the video. Video is stopped. Make sure so I can make sure I get that video. But in an auditorium, you can probably play around with that Follow Me. Indoors it works too, but you better be quick because this thing comes right toward you. But there we go. And that's the end of its flight time. That's its battery power. So, interesting quadcopter. The first that I've seen with infrared Follow Me. And it does work indoors especially. But outdoors, not so much, because it's too bright out here to see this little emitter, for these two receptors to see this little emitter outdoors, unless you were in the shade. I was working okay in the shade. Maybe on an overcast day too, it'll work better. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.